What's up guys, my name is Shreyas and today I'm at Kasharp Fitness here in Mangalore. I'm going to give you an entire tour of this gym and you're not going to be disappointed. It's one of the best facilities that I've ever seen, and I've visited different kinds of gyms, from the lowest tiers of gyms to the highest end gyms, and this is right up there. So the first section that I want to show you is the free weights section. This is one of my favorite sections in the gym because most of the heavy lifting is done here. We have the flat bench, we have the incline bench, we have adjustable benches as well, we have a decline bench as well. And we also have up to 50 kg in weight when it comes to dumbbells. So if you want to do some heavy incline dumbbell presses, heavy flat dumbbell presses, heavy rowing, then this is the place for you. Another best thing that I like over here is we have these ready-made barbells with plates loaded already, and they go all the way from 10 up until 45 kgs as well. If you want to do some kind of drop sets for biceps or shoulders or even bent over rowing, then you can do drop sets over here. You can go all the way down from 45, then finish at 10. Over the last 10 years, I've been lifting weights and I've never cared for the Smith machine. But now, Smith machine is one of my favorite machines. And the best thing about this is you can load up to 250 kgs and it's heavy duty. Okay, so if you are very strong, then you can use this machine, and it's from Precor, again, heavy duty. So this was the free weight section, and if you really want to lift heavy, this is the section for you. And we separated this from the machine section, which I'll show you next. And the reason for that is you can have your own space, enjoy your own workouts with free weights over here. So now let's go and check the machine section. Did you know that most of the injuries in the gym are usually caused not just because of bad form, but also not having proper mobility routine as well as stretching routine before the workout? So this cage over here is called the independent stretching cage. You can stretch by yourself. You don't need anyone's help. Just hold on to the bar anywhere and you can just stretch. You can do stretches for your lower body, upper body, any part of your body. And then we'll move on to this. This is a Precor stretching machine, okay? They basically invented this machine. You might have seen this in many other gyms as well, but they literally invented this machine. So you can sit like this and just stretch. You can stretch your upper body and your lower body as well. You can even stretch your hamstrings and glutes as well. You can stretch your hips, you can stretch your groin, you can stretch any part of the body. So I really like this. I've started incorporating this machine myself as well. Very good after the workout. One of the most frustrating parts of working out is you having a great pump, but then having to wait for machines for 5-10 minutes and the pump is all gone. So we have this Precor's cable station as well. We have two, not one, we have two, and the reason for that is you wouldn't have to wait. If you see this is a wider version of the cable station. One person can be performing an exercise over here, another person can be performing the exercise over here. So two people can use the station and one person can even do pull-ups as well. So that is why we have two cable stations, so that the waiting time is reduced and you can perform a variety of exercises on both the machines. Did you see how smooth that was? And that is exactly one of the specialities of the Precor machine, and that is what I like. An exercise should feel smooth, okay? And not only the exercise, but also how the machine functions should be really smooth. So you can perform multiple exercises just on the station. You can perform lateral raises, you can perform cable crossovers, you can do multiple exercises. So if not there, you can come here. If not here, you can go there. So that's why we have two cable stations, which is very, very important because there are a lot of exercises that people do on the cable station. And if you have to wait 20 minutes, it's not worth it, right? So remember that. Okay guys, we all love lifting weights. I love it too. But there are some people who like doing different kinds of workouts, and this is plyometrics, okay? If you like doing box jumps, you usually do it on a box. So this one is called the Soft Plyo from Jordan. It's a brand based out of UK. Now you can see that it might look very delicate, but it's not. A person who is 75 kgs, a person who is 140 kgs, 150 kgs, they can also jump on this. It will not move. As you can see, it doesn't move, okay? And the surface is such that the shock is absorbed very well and there won't be a lot of pressure on your knees or your ankles or anything. So that is part one, and the other part is this. And you can see she's performing this exercise. It's mostly a beginner exercise that she's doing. It's very simple, and this is called a stepper. It's from Reebok, and if you look at the surface over here, it's very well, the grip is very nice, okay? So there won't be any slipping, the stepper won't move forward or backward. You can do any exercise. You can even do calf raises on this, and that's how strong it is. But then if you want to do a little bit of a advanced workout, you can do that as well. So people can do it like this as well. This is slightly more advanced. So We all love lifting weights, but some people also enjoy these kind of workouts as well. So advanced or beginner, you can do both. Okay guys, now the best part of the gym, which is of course the machines. All the machines here are Precor. You won't find them in every gym. These are like only found in hospitality suits. And this is the first machine, which is the pec deck fly and the rear delt fly as well. So a lot of people, they have big chest, but they don't train their rear delts that much. And this is an amazing exercise for your rear delts, and it will make sure that your shoulder joint is healthy, and over time you'll have safe shoulders as well. Moving on to my favorite, my personal favorite, I really love this machine, chest press machine, converging chest press machine from Precor. Now you can see that it's good, but you can also adjust the grip like so, and you can perform this exercise to get a better stretch in your chest. Now you won't see any machine that has this, okay? You might have seen many chest press machines, but you can't see any machine that has the adjustable handles as well. And one of the big reasons why I really like this is you are basically performing the function of your chest. You are trying to get your hands closer to each other. If you're doing it with barbells, yes, it's a power movement, I know that, but you're not getting the full control for your chest muscles. But with this, you're going all the way down and you're bringing your arms closer. So you're getting a full contraction for your chest. Personal favorite. And then moving on to lateral raises for your lateral head. You can perform this exercise as well if you want a machine. And it's a very simple machine, but very effective machine as well. You should definitely try this out. The next one is a converging shoulder press machine. Now you can see she's performing this exercise. She's basically targeting her front deltoids and her triceps as well. An amazing exercise for your shoulders. If you are a beginner, you can try out this machine. If you don't like using dumbbells or barbells, you can use this exercise. And you can also chain the grip. You can see that she's bringing her arms closer again, and that's why it's very good. It's converging, which means you can bring your arms closer, you can place your grip anywhere you like, and you can perform this exercise, and it's really good for your shoulder development. So now this is another favorite exercise of mine. You guys know I love training my back, and this is called the diverging low row. Okay, it targets your upper back, your lats, basically your whole back as well. So I really like this. As you can see, you can perform this unilaterally or you can perform this bilaterally. Another thing that I really like is you can get a 360-degree rotation, which means you can change your grip while performing the exercise. So another amazing machine for your back. Should definitely try it. Alright, now there are two machines that I want to show you. First one is the leg extension machine. Now this is not any leg extension machine. You can adjust this machine in multiple ways to your body type, okay? And the best thing is you don't have to get out of the machine to change the weight. You also have micro loads as well. You can increase the load by a little bit. You can adjust the leg placement. You can adjust the knee placement as well. This is not just another leg extension machine. The adjustments are such that anyone who is of different body types, different body weight, like he is maybe 80, I'm like 100. So both of us can perform the exercise with proper tension going into your quadriceps muscle. So really like this machine. Alright, so this is the seated leg curl machine. Usually people like to do this exercise lying down. Okay, what usually happens is most of the tension goes into your lower back, which is not the intended muscle. The intended muscle is your hamstrings. What this does is the whole body is locked in such a way that you're only performing knee flexion. So all the tension goes into your hamstring muscles, and over time you wouldn't have to worry about your lower back having pain or anything like that. So amazing machine. Again, everything is locked over here. Her body is tight and the only part moving is the knees, and there's only knee flexion happening. No hyperextension or anything like that. Your butt won't be coming up. It's just properly placed. So your hamstring will be under fire after you perform 10 to 12 reps. Alright, the next machine is the glute extension machine. You might have seen this machine or not seen this machine, but this version of the machine is really good. All the tension goes into your glutes. Usually people who have a lot of back injuries and all that, the reason for that is their glute muscles are not very strong. And that is not known to many people. We neglect our glute muscles, and glute muscles is also one of the biggest muscles in the body. So you need to train them very well. So this machine is very good, and the best thing is people of all size and all height can perform this exercise without any trouble. The machine is very big and very heavy as well, so anybody can perform this exercise. And now we'll move on to the next machine. So the next machine that I want to show you is the leg press machine. I'm really fond of this machine for multiple reasons. Number one is I used to have a bit of back pain recently because of playing a lot of football, and as you can see, this mimics a squat really well. Okay, the plain surface over here, it's very hard. You place your feet in a squatting position and you just squat up, okay? There's no cheating involved, there's no momentum involved, it's all your leg muscles, okay? And that's why I really like this machine. As you can see, puts a lot of tension on your quad muscles, and after 10 to 12 reps, it will be burning. And another important thing is, if you see the angle of his back, it's really neutral, okay? There's no bending in the back, there's no leaning forward, and that is why your back is in a proper position, and that is why I really like this. So if you are someone with back problems or stiff back, this is an amazing machine for you. Alright guys, another important thing, it might not sound important, but it's really important. Now most of us use Bluetooth ear sets in the gym, right? But what if your phone is out of charge? So we have a wireless charger section as well, and you can just place your phone like this and your phone gets charged. You can finish your workout without having to worry about the music in your ears turning off. Yes! 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 So guys, one of the things that I want to tell you is I've missed so many gym sessions to watch football because I just didn't want to miss it, okay? That's how much I love football. So now here we have a projector system as well, just in case there's a weekend where football is going on or some football World Cup is going to come soon, and if there is a cricket match, we can play it over here and the members can just watch it in between their workouts if they want to. So we are having that option as well in this gym. As you guys can see, this projector is huge, okay? I'm usually called huge, but this is like 10 times bigger than me. Just look at it, okay? So if you're a member here and there's some football match going on, you don't have to worry. You can enjoy a workout and still watch it in between. Alright guys, the next machine that I really like is called the diverging lat pull down. Now usually we do the lat pull down in a regular lat pull down machine, but with this you have free range of motion. You can rotate your wrist however you want, you can come down however you want, you can keep your back position however you want, and that is why I really like this machine. Puts amazing tension on your latissimus muscles, and again, if you keep doing this, and this is similar to the seated rowing as well, you have total control over the grip, 360-degree rotation as well. Moving on from that, we have the rotary torso machine. So this is for your obliques, okay? If you want that lines, fish gill action in your obliques, this is an amazing machine. So a lot of people have underdeveloped obliques as well. So it's just the rotational motion that he's performing. Amazing machine. So this is an amazing machine for your ab muscles. The reason why I like doing this machine instead of the traditional crunches laying down on the floor or with cables or anything is because this puts total pressure in your abdominal muscles, not your lower back. A lot of people do crunches in a wrong way. They just sit. It's not a sitting movement. It's a bending of your back, okay? So it's really good to put tension in your abs, and this builds ab muscles, okay? Don't expect anything more. This builds your ab muscles. If you guys have seen Dorian Yates working out, you might have seen him doing this kind of a workout. It's called the pullover machine, and a lot of us do it with dumbbells. The problem with dumbbells is there's not enough tension throughout the range of motion, okay? When you go all the way down, there's not enough tension. When you come all the way up, there's not enough tension. But with this, since it's a machine, the resistance is such that there is tension throughout the range of motion. So his lat muscles are getting all the tension, okay, and not his shoulders or anything like that. And it's also very safe. I've tried it myself. So you can do this exercise standing as well, but since we have a machine over here, you can try it to get a full range of motion with proper tension as well. Alright guys, now most of us love doing heavy squats and deadlift, but we train the bigger muscles, yes we do, but we forget to train smaller muscle groups like your abductors and your adductors, your outer legs and your inner thighs as well. So this machine is amazing. As you can see, she's performing the adduction movement right now, where she's getting her legs closer to each other. In the abduction movement, she's going to do it in a slightly different way, where she'll be separating her legs wide apart. So amazing movement, really love doing them, but most of them don't do it. So if your gym has this, I highly recommend you do it, but I'm sure you might not have this machine. Alright guys, now a lot of people ask me, how do you train your calves? My calves are small. This is the best way to train your calves. Now in calves, we have two big parts. One is the biggest part, that is the gastrocnemius, and the smaller part, which is the soleus. To train your gastrocnemius, you need to have your knees in the most extended position as possible. If you keep your legs slightly bent, it is not going to target the most biggest part of your calves. That is why you need to keep your knees in a very extended position to train your calves. And this is amazing because after your leg workout, you tend to forget, don't want to go in the Smith machine and do standing calf raises. So we have this machine ready so that you don't have to worry too much about loading plates, and that is why we have this machine. Again, if you try this out, the burn in the calves is amazing. Alright, we have two more things over here. One is the Roman chair, or you can do dips, you can do leg raises, you can do pull-ups and multiple things. And then this is the assisted one, where if you are overweight, like how I used to be, and I can't do body weight pull-ups, you can just reduce your overall body weight by just adding on resistance here, so that you will feel lighter and you can do pull-ups or dips. So it's basically an assisted pull-up and dip machine. Alright, another piece of machinery that I really like is the skiing machine. Okay, now we don't get much ice over here in South India especially, but we can get the same experience of skiing through this machine. You just hold on to this and just perform your cardio like this, okay? And it's amazing. It puts so much emphasis on your cardiovascular health. Your heart rate will be through the roof and you'll get an amazing workout. It's also similar to rowing, but it's more like in a vertical position. Amazing. Alright guys, we also have two amazing machines for your abs as well. People who are interested in training their abs, a lot of people are actually, when they first join the gym, they have a dream of getting six-pack abs, right? So I've already shown you one machine. Here are two other machines. This again trains your abs as well, upper abs, and this usually trains your lower abs as well. So as you can see, he is bending at his back in the bottom position. And if you want to add weights as well, you can add weights over here just to increase the resistance. But even just the body weight is enough. And you can see he's twisting as well. He's moved his leg position, or his upper leg position, into left and right. So he's targeting his obliques as well right now. So again, two great machines if you're interested in training your abs. A lot of people love to have big forearms, but they don't work for it because they don't know what to do first of all. So what we have here is a station for your forearms. You do 3 exercises simultaneously or not simultaneously, it doesn't matter. But we have the gorilla grip over here, and we have the wrist curls as well. And then we have something which is very unique to me as well. I've not done this exercise in the past at all, but I've been doing this twice a week of late, and I think I can see some strength, especially in my grip strength has improved, but I'm sure over a period of time the size of my forearms will also get bigger. Alright guys, I like to call this section the most badass section in the gym. We have the hip thrust machine. Now a lot of people love doing hip thrust, but they are too lazy to put the plates into the barbell. And that's why we have this machine in this corner of the gym, so that they can perform this exercise. Many people don't like the way this exercise looks, and that is why we have this machine over here. It is totally comfortable for everyone to perform it, guys and girls. You know, I spoke about the glute muscles and the importance of developing them. So it's very important. And then comes one of my favorite machines again, which is I like to use it for doing shrugs and deadlifts. And this machine is so good that you can change your wrist position in any way you like. Okay, you put the weights over there on the side, load it with how much ever you want, and it's totally amazing for your traps. I like performing my shrugs with this. I also like performing my deadlifts sometimes in this, and you can also perform exercises like lunges. My legs are sore from yesterday's workout, but you can perform that. So this is a glute ham raise machine. You can do glute ham as well as hyperextension for your back as well. You also have a separate back extension machine over there as well. So again, great to strengthen your lower back. And if you want to strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings, you can do that as well. Okay, another machine that I really like is the hack squat. Multiple reasons for that. Usually hack squats are done like this. Okay, you hold the bar over here, and what happens is people use their shoulder strength to push the weight up, especially at the top. Here you have to hold it down, okay? And this again mimics, just like that leg press, it mimics a squat, meaning your back is in a neutral position, which means there's less pressure on your lower back. Another thing that I really like is the feet placement platform is slightly concave, which means your toes and your heels are properly placed on the platform, and you're going to put all the pressure and the load is equally distributed throughout your feet, not just on your toes. And that what that does is, over a period of time, your knees will be safe, your hips will be safe, your lower back will be safe. And moving on from that, we have the leg press machine, another amazing machine. This seat can be adjusted according to your body type. If you are very big or very tall or very short or whatever it is, you can adjust this bench accordingly. There's a lot of safety as well in this. You can adjust the safety according to your height. Even if you're 4'5" or 5 feet or 6 feet or 7 feet, it can be adjusted accordingly. And the same goes with this as well. The platform is slightly concave, which means the toes and her heels are properly placed on the platform. The load is equally distributed. Her knees are safe. There is no rounding in the back. Her glutes are properly placed on the seat. So again, one of the best leg press machines I've used, and you can put as much load as you want. Even without the plates, you can perform this leg press and there's enough load for you to get a good contraction in your muscles. So guys, this is another amazing exercise for your upper back especially. And the reason why this is over here is because a lot of people who do heavy deadlifts and heavy squats, they usually have stiff lower backs after the session, and doing dumbbell rows can be really hard to control your core and keep it in a very tight position. So here your core is totally out of the action because we have this padded chest cushion where you place your chest and you're just performing the rowing motion. And the other important thing, and very, very important, the reason why I like this is that you can't cheat. You can't cheat at all. So you will not ego lift, you'll be putting as much weight as you need, and you're going to perform the exercise, and everything is going on to your upper back. So amazing exercise to protect your back, but at the same time not cheat and only perform the exercise with correct form. Okay, I've already shown you the machine to train your gastrocnemius, but there's also a very smaller section of your calves called the soleus. For that you need to keep your knees in a bent position, okay? That is why we do the seated calf raises. Many people don't train them, but we have the machine because we want to cover every single muscle in your body, and that is why we have the seated calf raise machine. So people ask, why are my calves small? That's because you don't train them properly. So make sure to train your calves as well. That is why we have these machines. Okay guys, this is the sissy squat. Usually you might have seen people doing goblet squats holding a dumbbell like this, and even in that people can cheat a little bit, but with this there's no cheating involved. And the best thing about this is you can keep your back in a very safe position, in a very neutral position. You can hold the plate like this, or you can hold a dumbbell like this. You can do it however you want. The burn that you get in your quads, it's amazing. So if you're someone who wants to start learning the squat, or if you can't keep your back in a proper position while squatting, then you can start off with sissy squats. And then I want to show you a money shot as well. Alright guys, now we have the main section, the SBD section. So first I'll show you the D section, which is the deadlift section, the deadlift platform where champions are built. There are people over here in this gym who work out, who have won international medals, and they can squat, deadlift up to 300 kgs, 320 kgs. So it's amazing. So this is the deadlift platform where I'll be performing the deadlifts. Currently I don't want to perform the deadlift, but you know what I'm talking about. If you're a serious lifter, you know what I'm talking about. And then this station where powerlifting champions are born and powerlifting champions are made. This is the section. We have the bench, the squat, okay? You can do the squat over here, you can do the bench, and also this is IPF approved. In the proper World Federation of Powerlifting, International Powerlifting Federation, they use this exact equipment. If you want to become a powerlifter, we have you covered over there as well. So bench, you can remove the bench and you can set it up for a squat. And also all the plates over here are from the brand Eleiko, okay? So they are also IPF powered, you know, IPF approved. So you can see over here it's IPF approved. So if you're a powerlifter, you can definitely be assured that if you want to become the top level powerlifter, all the equipments are here to make you feel like you are in a competitive environment. So we have so much weight that it's more than enough, okay? And then finally, I want to show you the power rack. Okay, we have the Kasharp branding as well. So we have the power rack where we'll be doing multiple things. You can start your warm-up. So what powerlifters here usually do is they start their warm-up in the power rack. They lift up to 200 kgs, and then once they are warmed up, they go and squat over there when they have to do the maximum weights. So this is a power rack. We call it a power rack because we have safety bars over here. So you can just lie down over here, do it by yourself. If something goes wrong, you can just drop the weights like this, okay? So that is why we have this power rack. Again, very heavy duty. It's not even put into the ground, and it's still very heavy. So you can lift up to 1000 kgs I think over here if you want to, but I don't think we are going to lift 1000 kgs anytime soon. I want to show you another piece of equipment. It's actually huge. It's a 360-degree rig. You can do multiple things on this, just like this. You can do pull-ups, you can do box jumps kind of a movement as well to improve your explosive movement. You can do this vertical rope pull downs, you can do dips as well. So if you look at it, it's very huge, very heavy duty as well. So you can do multiple things at the same time over here. Okay, so this section, it's pretty huge as well. And here we focus mainly on drills, okay? If you're an athlete, if you want to know how good your posture is, how good your balance is, if you want to improve your overall performance, and if you want to go into the athletic background, or if you want to know how fit you actually are in terms of your body's mobility and all that, this is the area for you. As you can see over there, they are performing a drill to check their balance, okay? As you can see, she is saying a number and he's trying to jump into the box, and it seems to me that his balance is very good, and I know him personally, so I can tell you that his balance is really good. So you can kind of do a fitness test for a client, or if you're a member, if you're interested in knowing your level of fitness, your mobility, you can do that as well. This is something interesting for me as well. So he is lying down in your normal anatomical position, and he's trying to see, you know, how flexible he is, how good his mobility is. We usually know that we lift heavy weights, but the problem is sometimes our right side will be strong, sometimes our left side will be strong. So what he's trying to do is, if he's a client, we'll try to find out if there is any asymmetry in the body, or if one side is lower, one side is upper, and all that. So he's showing you that exact thing. So it seems to me that he has a pretty symmetric body, which is good for him. So that is what we are trying to do here. We are trying to cover all the basics as well before we recommend a program to someone. So as you can see, he's trying to balance on one leg. He's trying to touch one of these dots over here, and he's trying to reach towards them. So he's just trying to see how good his mobility is, and if it's good, he's good to go, and maybe he can perform weighted squats. But if his mobility is not good, we have to work on improving his mobility, and over time he can move on to more advanced movements. Alright, now we have few circles over here in blue and white. This is really good to test your balance when you are on the move, okay? So if you are an athlete like a football player, cricket player, or any sport that involves explosive movements, this section can be used by you. And like I said, we are trying to cover all our bases. Okay, and the final thing that you can do over here is lunges. Usually you see people walking and doing lunges, walking lunges in the gym, and it disturbs other people. But since this is an open area, you have a space for yourself, and you can keep doing lunges over here at a distance. You don't have to keep turning. You can go at one stretch. I think it's at least 15 meters. So you can easily do it like this without disturbing anyone, and have your own peaceful private section to do your lunges. And lunges, of course, is one of the best exercises for your lower body, and yeah, that is why we have this space, so that you can do different kind of exercises and have variety in your workouts. Alright guys, now the first thing people do in the gym is usually start with a treadmill walk or a Stairmaster walk to warm up, and after their workout, if they want to lose fat, they go and start doing cardio. So we have a variety of cardio equipment for different kinds of people with different kinds of goals. So the first piece of equipment is the Spirit Stepper. Now as you can see, she's performing basically climbing the stairs, right? And if you have climbed the stairs in real life, you might know how hard it is after 1 or 2 floors. So this is a great equipment to burn the maximum amount of calories in a pretty short time, but also it will raise your heartbeat to such an extent that your cardiovascular health over time will be improved. But you don't have to use this specific machine if your cardio is not that good. That is why we have other machines as well for people who are just starting out. For example, we have treadmill, but before that we have this assault runner. A lot of people know what assault runners are, but this is the official assault runner from Assault Fitness. So he's going to show you how to use this at maximum speeds. You can run very fast with this, and you can slow down even as you're running very fast. So you can start off slow, and you can run very fast. Alright guys, now the most popular cardio equipment in the gym is usually a treadmill, because anybody can use it, people of any weight can use it. So we have a lot of treadmills over here, so you don't have to wait for your turn. So Precor treadmills, there are many varieties, but we got the top end of the spectrum because we want everyone with different kind of body types to use it, and also use it in the most safest manner. Okay, so I'll explain different technologies that are used in this. So the first thing is the most important. They have the toggle technology. It's a patented technology, meaning, for example, if she's running very fast right now, right? If she's running very fast, she can increase the speed without having to press all the buttons, okay? She doesn't have to press all the buttons. She can just increase or decrease the speed with just the toggles. That is a very big problem faced by people who use treadmills, because when they are running, they have to keep pressing like this and they might fall down, right? So that is a very important feature. And then there's another feature which is very important. Now you can see she's running at a speed of 9.2, okay? And sometimes what happens is she can't maintain the exact same speed throughout a running session. So what the technology does, there's an AI powered chip inside. It recognizes the speed and then adjusts it accordingly so that the person using the treadmill has a very safe experience, which is very important because you don't want to fall down when you are using a treadmill. When you walk on normal treadmills, you are forced to place your front part of your feet first, okay, and that is not good for your knees in the long term. You will be jerking your knees, and what will happen is you might get injured. But with this treadmill, we have the ground effect technology, which means it is mimicking the earth surface where you will be placing your heels first compared to your toes first. That way you'll be walking in a normal manner, how you should be actually walking, and that will keep your knees safe. And another important thing that people need to understand is if you're running on this treadmill, the treadmill won't be shaking with you, okay? The treadmill is sturdy and it's heavy duty. It can handle the weight up to 180 kgs. So anybody can use this treadmill. So to summarize the treadmill section, these treadmills are basically designed for people with different body types, and in the long term or even for one session, you can do it in the most efficient manner without having to tire out in such a way that you're tired, but you are also having pain in your knees and your back and your other joints as well. So basically it's designed for the safest and the most fun experience a treadmill can offer you. Alright, the next piece of equipment is called the Precor elliptical, or also known as cross trainer. You might have seen this equipment in many gyms, but the thing is, what happens, you use the toe part of your feet to put the pressure onto the padding. So here the technology is such that the motion is such that the heels are placed on the platform. So you can see the range of motion, how she's doing it. It's very nice and very efficient, and it's safe for the knees as well and safe for all your joints as well. So again, this is a elliptical. We also have, I would say, the father version of this, which I'll show you, but this is the cross trainer. Really good. It is again for people who are on the heavier side, can definitely start off with this equipment and then they can move on to the treadmill. The next piece of equipment is the Assault Fitness rowing machine. Now you might have seen in Olympics, we have the sport called rowing, and this mimics that, so you might see a lot of rowers using this machine, but it's also another amazing cardio equipment, and you can go higher in intensity as well. You can increase the resistance, decrease the resistance, and you can especially do high intensity interval training on the rowing machine. And again, if you're interested in burning a lot of calories in a short period of time, this is an amazing equipment. So I've already shown you the Spirit stairs, but now I want to show you another piece of equipment called the Precor AMT. So this is called the Adaptive Motion Trainer, okay? As the name suggests, the machine adapts to your motion. It also mimics a running motion, it mimics an elliptical, it mimics a stepper where you're just standing and going up and down, and also you can perform a squat warm-up kind of a thing where you are in a squatted position like this, and you can just do a stepping motion as well. So amazing machine. I really like this because walking on treadmills can be boring, doing stairmasters can be boring, but sometimes you need variety. So this is an amazing machine, and that is why we have multiple variety of equipments, but there's more. Okay, now here we have assault bikes. Like I showed you earlier, the assault rower, we have the assault bike. Now one of the things about this machine is that you can download an app from Assault and you can track your workouts. So today if you burn 100 calories, tomorrow it will show you that you burned 100 calories yesterday, and tomorrow you can burn 120 calories. So it will show your progression. And also the other advantage, if you stand in front of them, there's a lot of wind coming as well, which is nice. But on a serious note, another very good equipment because you are in total control, okay? You have to control your hands, you have to control your legs, and you have to put in all the power. So you can increase the resistance, decrease the resistance, it's all up to you. As you can see, she is doing it very fast right now, but she can do it a little bit slower if she wants to rest. So high intensity interval training can be performed on the assault bikes as well. So guys, you might have seen this machine, okay, but not this variety of machine. Usually you have to load it with plates, and what happens is once you keep pushing, the momentum is there. So it becomes easier and easier as you keep pushing it forward. But with this, we have a locking system where you can increase the resistance or decrease the resistance, and that way the stronger you get, the more resistance you can use, and you can increase the difficulty of this exercise. So we have two more equipments. One is the stationary bike where you can support your back. This is good for people who are new to cycling, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And the second one is more like a stationary bike as well, but it is more like a regular cycle that you can ride outdoors, but you can change your position, you can hold more, you can be more upright, and you can also be more leaning forward as well. So you can do this in two different ways. If you get better at cycling, then you can move on to this. So this is our gym section, guys. I've shown you the strength section, I've shown you the machine section, I've shown you the powerlifting section, I've shown you the whole gym, I've also shown you the cardio section. So that was Kasharp Fitness gym floor, but we do have more as well. So the next section is the Pilates studio, a fully fledged Pilates studio. This is the first one in Mangalore, and this is my first time experiencing a Pilates studio as well. We have everything, okay? Whatever Pilates studio should be having, we have everything. And also it's an add-on feature, so if you want to get sessions with coaches, we have 2 Pilates certified instructors as well, who are very good at what they do. Alright guys, so here we have Akshata and Venezia. They are certified Pilates instructors for our gym, and I would like them to explain more about this instead of me, because I'm sure they are very well versed with Pilates.
The Pilates studio at Kasharp is fully fledged. We have reformers, we have Wunda chair, which is also called a stability chair. We also have a ladder and barrel as well as spine corrector, and not to forget about the cardiac machine. So what I am trying to say is, anyone who is a beginner or any intermediate level person can come and perform any sort of exercises here. This one machine that you see here, which is called reformer, more than 100 exercises can be performed on this. So from any person with any fitness level who is a beginner, as well as any intermediate who is into some sort of sports or is going through rehab can do various exercises on reformer. Come, I'll take you towards the cardiac machine. Cardiac machine is not only for intermediate Pilates lover, but also for anyone who wants to do beginners. You can see the hooks over here. We can adjust the springs and do a lot of bicep, chest exercise, and also a lot of flexibility exercises can be done on this. An individual can perform chakrasana and many other yoga asanas on this. Also they can do split and many more advanced movements on cardiac machine. This beautiful equipment here of Pilates is called ladder and barrel. One can nicely hook their feet in and do curls, which will be very helpful for their core strength and also back strength. This apparatus of Pilates is called stability chair, also Wunda chair. You can do a full body exercise on this. So the intensity of your exercises will be changed by changing the springs here. So you can see if the machine is loaded by all the springs, that is 2 red, 2 yellow and 1 blue, the intensity of the exercise will be hard. Also if the carriage is on only one spring, that is blue, your exercise will be more light and it will be not so intense. This last but not the least apparatus of Pilates is called spine corrector, on which again you can do all your, by the name itself you can make out what I am trying to say is Pilates works on your overall body movements, it works on your small muscles, it works on your spine, it works on your core. Also you can see the board here in which we can do a lot of bicep curl exercise, chest press and tricep extension. Pilates will work on your entire muscles, all the small group of muscles, also your core and your spine. Also in Pilates we'll pay more attention to the women's pelvic health, which has been ignored in other form of exercises. There is a myth in between people that Pilates is only for women and not for men, which I would like to correct them there. Pilates are for both men and women, and also elderly people who want to engage in some sort of physical activity, but they don't want to do high intense workout, but they want to keep themselves fit. So Pilates is for all.
Also guys, at Kasharp Fitness we also have a CrossFit section or the functional training section, where we have bumper plates, we have all kinds of things, even boxing, punching bags as well if you are into MMA or even boxing. So we have that, we have sandbags, we have plyo boxes, we have a lot of things, and this area is huge, you can see how big this area is. So this is another add-on feature that you'll have to subscribe for, and you can join the functional training or CrossFit training classes. Okay guys, something interesting that I did not know is we also have Gada. Okay, Gada is, you might have seen this in wrestling, kushti and all that. This is a very ancient Indian art form, and it's not only an art form, it can also be used for exercising as well. Okay, this is pretty light for me. Okay, you do it like this. Okay, and it's great for your shoulders. As you can see, my form might not be that great, but for that we have certified people who are going to be there over here who have been practicing Gada for a long time. Okay, so they will be here, they are certified, and they'll be taking classes as well. So if anyone is interested, you can join for these classes as well. We'll be doing it twice a week.
Alright guys, so this is the spinning section, official spinning section guys, not just another spinning class. So all the equipments here, all the spinning equipments are from Mad Dog Athletics. They were the ones who invented this machine, and we have the official spinning machine. We have spinning instructors as well who will be taking classes, and this is something that I'm really interested in. I'm going to be taking a class myself. She's going to help me with that, and that is what I'm going to try in the coming days. So this is amazing. If you have a group of friends, you can come with your friends, have a class. If you don't have friends, it's okay, you can come alone. You can make friends here and you can train with all of them together. Amazing for your cardiovascular health and also to socialize with people. So we also have classes for this. It's an add-on feature. If you're interested in joining, you can join this class as well.
Now that you've seen the whole lobby, the gym section, the Pilates section, the CrossFit section, and also the Gada section, I would also like to give you a couple of important points regarding our gym. Number one is our whole gym is powered by solar energy. This means that we are trying to be more environment friendly. Number two is the air conditioning in the gym is powered by the treated fresh air technology, which means every couple of hours the oxygen levels will be modified in a way that the oxygen levels remain high and always high. This means that during your workout you won't be suffocating, and if the gym is very crowded as well, you'll feel very well rested, and you can breathe properly. The most important thing is there is always adequate amount of parking. Usually what happens in Mangalore is we don't get parking space for ourselves. We have to waste 10 to 15 minutes just for parking space. But over here we have designated parking spot for many cars as well, two-wheelers, four-wheelers as well. So that is another important point regarding our gym. Now that I've told you most of the things about our gym, I want to know what you think. I think this is one of the best facilities that I've ever been to across India, and I've been to some of the best gyms across India, and I'm happy with being a part of this. So please do come and check it out if you're in Mangalore. All the details are in the description. So if you are interested in visiting the place, do check it out. Easy to access as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the tour of Kasharp Fitness, and it was my honor to present this gym to the world, and I hope you guys got to see what